by Smash JT. I think people have heard of him before, you know. So yeah, let's go. Hold on, is that still there? No. Okay, good. Good. Everything is working perfectly. Unlike Fox's stream birthday. Amber Lily! Thank you for the follow on Kick. Welcome. Sorry I saw that late. I'm a minute late to your follow. Sorry. But right now, let's get into it.
Pirat Software on X is now trying.
Oh, hold on. I gotta switch windows real quick. Bam. There we go. For you, nothing changed. The only thing that's changed is for me. Right, so. There we go.
To take credit
for
Stop Killing Games' success.
There's no way.
If you guys didn't hear, the Stop Killing Games campaign has reached over 1 million signatures.
There's no way.
Way less time than I think a lot of people ever expected. I have the chart up here before we even go into it, where it is currently, as of recording right now, 1,061,266.
Let's fucking go.
And just yesterday, it was just crossing 900,000. And the day before, it was at like 730.
Wait, so you mean to tell me it in just like one day it got 100K?
A period of about
signs?
2 days, it gained
250,000.
250,000.
Oh shit.
And of course, the internet's
damn.
hated favorite troll, Pirat Software, is now trying to take credit for the success of.
The most interesting narrative is that my videos somehow killed the initiative. This graph shows that the initiative already had a downward trend in interest when my video dropped. My video do not seem to have had any impact on the movement at all, making me the villain ditto. Best of luck with your next steps. Well, no, not making you the villain, pointing out that you're obviously misconstruing what the initiative is about is what made the stuff go up. But yeah, let's just leave it at that, right?
This, the one man that wanted to stop it, now that he lost, is taking.
Oh, it was all me. It was all me. It was planned.
Like
Yeah.
Pirat Software on X 2 hours ago says the most interesting narrative is that my videos somehow, quote unquote, killed the initiative. This graph shows that the initiative already had a downward trend in interest when my videos dropped.
Can I just say that I'm so glad Smash JT is on the left corner here? Can I just say that? I'm so glad he's in the bottom left corner instead of the bottom right corner. Or top right. I'm so freaking glad.
My videos do not seem to have had any impact on the movement at all. Making me the villain did, though. Best of luck with your next steps.
Calling this privateer a snake is an insult to serpents.
This is an insane chart. Because this shows when...
So it was climbing steadily here, then going like on a downward trend per day, right? It's still gaining, but not as much anymore. And then it's like on the flatter side, it's still gaining, but then the videos dropped where they corrected all the misinformation Pirat Software did, and then it shot up. That's what happened. So yeah.
Chris Farms, Ross started the original, and I covered it like way back when he first started it back then. And it was getting a little bit of traction, but it was struggling. It was struggling for a while.
Pewds was the one you could say that kind of gave a bigger boost than 4. I don't know anything about Pewds, man. Except that he like made it. He has a happy family, house and shit. Good for him, dude. Good for him. Oh, excuse me.
Until it was within about a month of being over and out of time.
Hmm?
And then it had Penguin Zero and then PewDiePie talking about it.
Ah.
And when that happened,
Yeah, Pute's video, as you can see, like, didn't just make it shut up, it radicalized it. Yeah, okay, based on the graph, I get it now. Okay, yeah. It made the initiative go from gaining to just a straight up wall.
after Pirate Software made its videos talking against it and everyone in the controversy, my goodness, if this is not the Streisand effect proving time and time again that controversy sells.
Oh,
If you are in the right, it will be victorious, and the controversy is what will push it forward. This
maybe
is
I should
proof
get
right
into
here. This
one.
is crazy. I mean, everyone, including myself, by the way, was thinking that this didn't have a chance at all to get to 1 million signatures back before Moist Critical talked about it and back before the whole Pirate Software controversy started. But fast forward to now, and here we are, Pirate Software now trying to take a victory lap for some reason because this guy can't take an L.
Mm.
And he says, followed up. And for those that don't understand why I put out videos in the first place, you might want to give this a read. And of course,
Oh
it's something
no.
showing his side of the story, which, of course, there are two sides to every story, and you can't have an
Yeah.
argument if you don't have a counter to it.
But some stories can be disproven by facts. So let's see.
Pirate Software, for those of you that don't know, was taking the standpoint of he was being very pro developer, very anti government, and very anti gamer, you could say. And I've
Anti-consumer.
made my point clear on this before as well, where I am typically extremely anti government when it comes to involvement with games. But when it comes to game companies screwing over the gamers, I am the first person to be like, we got to whistleblow this and we need to fix this situation because this is a problem. This is a big problem.
Indeed, hold on. I gotta look at something. Okay. Hold on, I gotta... I apologize. I'm just fixing my arm stand. It's over. Okay, no, I'm putting it where it belongs. Where I had it before. Fuck this shit. When did I even try to do something else when this worked perfectly fine? Not fucking... Why I gotta be stupid? Why? Why do I gotta be stupid, huh? Why, everything worked just perfectly fine. Why did I try to do something else? There we go. Because now it doesn't block anything of my view. Alright, because you're a mummy. Yeah. Everything's fine now. Except me. I'm dead. Inside.
We have
I apologize, Bash JT. Let's listen to the past 5 seconds that I interrupted.
this is a problem. This is a big problem. We have
Yeah, Howard agree.
a follow up to this where, on top of this passing, Pirate Software saying, I am no longer working at off brand games. People were attacking all of the games we were publishing and trying to mass review bomb them. You can dislike the things I say, but this kind of behavior is unhinged. Learned a lot there, accomplished a lot. Hope they succeed regardless.
How late are they with the game now? How long have they in production about this game? It's been a while, no? When did they start working in 2018, or was that when it was supposed to come out? I don't remember properly, but you know. It's been in progress for a while.
Love those dudes and loved working with them. Hope they are cooking. And we have Arthur replying. Arthur, if you don't know, excellent follow on X. He's also a
Hmm.
developer. He's the developer of Solash, who I've covered before in the past. And he has banger posts. He says,
Okay.
excellent work, man. You've fed the trolls for the next 6 months by showing them that any indie developer can be seriously harmed by review bombing. People will get what they want. You could have ended this by showing some humility and humor, but you chose weakness. You're a leader of a community. You wanted to lead the indies, enjoy the recognition, and teach them how to succeed. That also comes with responsibility, and you have to show some backbone when it's needed. I've been dealing
I
with
get
this
that.
shit for a year to show developers to stop acting like pussies, contribute their point of view for healthy debate, and stop making everything shittier only to cater to narcissists. You go on and crash over an opinion that isn't harmful or even politically divisive. You are, in fact, most responsible for everyone getting what they want. Why on earth are you self flagellating over that? I hope you learn from this and set
Oh,
a
that's a
better
different
example
side to the
next
story.
time. Which banger response, banger response. And here's something that I found very curious. In
Well, it is true that him like having a big mouth and then backing out is a little ironic. I can't blame the guy for doing it when he received death threats, right? When you receive death threats over something like this, fair game, right? Leaving is fair game. There's nothing else we can say to this. This is also a different side to it. Like, if you were gonna back out, you shouldn't have started, kind of talk. But yeah.
light of the pirate software losing on his attempt to get Stop Killing Games from getting to 1 million signatures, most people are referencing the crew as the Ubisoft, oh, that's what we don't want to see happen. We don't want to see just ending a game without a future plan for something you purchase. Ironically, the same day that Stop Killing Games passed, EA, this comes to us from Dexerto, EA is shutting down Anthem servers. Players will not be.
Wait a minute, I'm confused. How old is Anthem? Or is that not the game that just recently released?
This comes to us from Dexerto. EA is shutting down Anthem servers. Players will not be issued any refunds, and the game will no longer be playable after January 12th, 2026. With no recourse, no action plan, no alternative means to play the game in the future. This is exactly, precisely what Stop Killing Games was meant to prevent. And I find it very ironic
Hmm.
that we have another domino falling in a long line of these games that will be falling in the future, um, that will be taken offline. I believe Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, one of the Tony Hawk's Pro Skaters, doesn't even boot up with the disc because the servers are not updated for it. So there are many games out there that you can purchase and literally do nothing.
Wait, so Tony Hawk's is a CD game, but you can't play it either? There's not even a offline mode for like just doing tricks and shit? Because Tony Hawk's is a skateboarding game. How the fuck does that need servers? I'm sorry, I'm confused. I don't know the game, right? But what? What? Could be that just my head hurting too much, but you know,
And they're even for
that
sale
doesn't
on
make
eBay right
sense.
now.
At
Games that
least not
are
too
physical
much.
discs that you can buy, and Concord's another one, by the way. You can put it into your console, and nothing happens. It's just like, yeah, this game's offline. Can't do anything with it. That should not be allowed ever in gaming. There needs to be some sort of
Yeah,
exit plan, exit strategy for these
I
game
agree.
companies to either
Oh
allow
shit.
offline servers or some sort of method to be able to play these games privately with your friends via LAN parties or whatever. There needs to be an ulterior way to go about it.
Alternative.
And I think it's very ironic that this took place the very same day that this happened. And here's the thing, we also have, on top of all the big personalities talking about it,
Oh, excuse me.
this is
Concord. Ew. Grrr. Grrr. Smugglana noises.
Coming from you saying Elon Musk is on board.
Oh yeah, I just realized the only merch I have are or gonna have are just from 3 different Fox women. I do have a type apparently. I do have a preference, because I'm gonna be the proud owner of 2 Kirsche plushes, of 2 Smugglana Fire plushes, and 2 Kitsunero plushes, and 3 Dakimakuras from Kirsche, a ass mouse pad keychain from Kirsche, a trainer shorts, like the comfy shorts from Kirsche. Yeah, there's a lot of Kirsche stuff though. The Kamioshi, you know.
With the Smart Killing Games
Yeah.
retweets Asmongold.
I'm gonna have to make a picture of everything together at some point when I have everything.
And 22 million followers. On top of, by the way, Asmongold, who has...
You're really down bad for Fox women. Yeah. I realized that like today. I made a post on X2. And surprise, surprise. Hold on, I wanna go on to there real quick. Profile. Yeah. Like it's this here, right? Ordered more Fox merch. The only plushies I own are all Foxes. Guess I do have a preference. Ha! Kitsunero VT, Kirsche Verstal, and Smugglana. Yay! And if you click on it, there's a small surprise. The Kirsche shorts that I just got. Yeah. This is from my order list, by the way. I don't think I have a post of the Smugglana stuff, though. So there's something I want. Well, you can still get it now on the Uwu market. Uwu.
Over a million.
By the way, let's go back.
By the way,
5 seconds.
Gold, who has over 1 million followers on X as well.
10
months and over 800,000 signatures later, the Stop Killing Games initiative is almost across the finish line to 1 million. If you're from the EU and care about game preservation and consumer rights, consider signing this petition.
Hell yeah.
I want to be clear. Signing this petition does not mean that everything's just automatically fixed and
no,
it's just
absolutely
days,
not. It's just a correct step.
A happy ending. This is just for the conversation to get started and hopefully laws enacted to prevent this in the future. But there's still a very long road to travel from getting that to be a reality. But one could look at this situation as a huge hurdle, one of the biggest hurdles to jump over first to get to the point.
Because these game developers, or it's not even the developers necessarily, these publishers, they don't have laws that like put them in place. They don't have laws that like limit their abuse of consumers to almost any degree, right? So this is your weekly reminder to not go on Gamersubs on stream, because it shows your location. Keep yapping on Mummified Chad. Thank you very much. Oh man. Thank you.
Of game preservation being a real thing. And a huge shout out to the, by the way, to Discuss Thing for the heads up. For the first one to let me know about this. Who told me that it crossed over 1 million, basically right when it happened.
Hell.
And we have Ross from Accursed Farms with a quick update. And this just got posted here. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I figured I'd share a little bit of just what he has to say about it. So without further ado, let's hear what he has to say.
I'm sorry, can I just say he looks like this one movie character that is like constantly high? And not in like a bad way. He's like the funniest character in the movie, the most likable. He's just constantly high though. He looks like that one movie character. I'm sorry, not in a bad way, not in the derogatory. It doesn't look bad or anything, right? Just that's the impression he gives me.
Hey, I have some announcements on Stop Killing Games. And I'm going to be looking away a lot because my mind tends to go blank when I look into the camera, and I don't want to memorize this. Okay, the
Fair
breaking
enough.
news. The European Citizens Initiative has crossed
Hmm.
1 million signatures. Except it hasn't. This is going to kill morale, but there are two things going
Wait,
on
what?
here. The first we knew was coming. Every time somebody makes a mistake when they sign the initiative, their signature gets invalidated. So that means we need more signatures to make up for everybody's mistakes. It kind of reminds me of multiplayer games when you see somebody who just has no idea what they're doing, like they're attacking
Yeah.
a wall or something. So in this case, we need to pick up the slack.
It's most multiplayer games aren't like Rainbow, where you don't have to necessarily do kills yourself. You can just set up your teammates to make kills if you don't have aim or sense or anything. You just play support basically for your teammates. There's not that many ways in like COD or any other like fast-paced shooter to do that, right? So yeah. Oh, looking at Twitter. Also, why not healthy? I have a little bit of a headache. I had to leave work early today, and I still do. Just not so full of energy like usually.
Literally can't write their own name properly.
Oh, wait. We were just looking at why we didn't reach 1 million yet. And this is the reason. People just can't write their name down properly. Let's go back 10 seconds.
Like they're attacking a wall or something.
Yeah.
So in this case, we need to pick up the slack for the people who literally can't write their own name properly. That could be a lot.
That's crazy, by the way. I didn't know this was even a thing. I have not seen this video yet. It is very important. Yeah, it's probably like 20%, by the way. When you start thinking about the ineptitude of people on the internet, you probably need like 1.2 million signatures, maybe.
Well, I thought those 20% would get filtered out by not being able to click a link, but I guess they evolved beyond clicking links. Man, too bad.
Even more to get the authentic 1 million people.
10% minimum, 20% is better.
Okay, so right what I was thinking. Yeah, 20% is better. You need 1.2 million. Man, me and Ross.
40% should be really safe. Or it would be, but we have a second problem. I've received several reports of people claiming to spoof signatures.
Evolve, but backwards, I guess.
First off, I want to say that this is not a change.org petition. This is a government process. Spoofing signatures on it is a crime. Please do not do it. They'll be checked later by the EU Commission, and my guess is the fake ones will get turned over to Europol or Interpol, and they'll follow up on this. But it's coming from America. Interpol is known to cooperate a lot with the FBI.
Yeah.
Now, they prosecute people on this? I have no idea. Europe takes its political processes pretty seriously, so I would think the more it's being spoofed, the more they might send law enforcement after people doing this. Again, I would not suggest doing this. It seems like a bad thing to risk going to prison over.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
I am now in a complete fog as to how much this affects the initiative. Now, don't worry. None of this will invalidate the initiative. All legitimate signatures will still count. But that 1 million number, yeah, it might not be real.
Okay, so this is telling me this. I'm so glad that I played this video right now. I had not seen this yet. I just saw it on my feed.
No, damn.
And I'm like, oh, I want to watch this. I'm going to talk about it tonight anyways. Let's watch it while we talk about it. Holy crap. It's not over. It's not over at all.
It's not over until I win. Okay, sorry.
This is... at the same time, though, I'm not terribly concerned because the momentum that it has, I feel like is still continuing. Almost like when I was getting sued by Alyssa, and I started my Give Send Go, and I requested $25,000 for the initial retainer for my lawyer Ron Coleman, and we got that in the first 3 hours, which
Damn.
still blows my mind to this day.
Damn.
That is insane. And then I was ready to take it down. I genuinely wanted to take it down. I was like, got it. That's all I was asking for. We're good. And many, many very large creators all reached out to me.
Stop. Don't take it down, yes.
Saying, do not take it down.
Let it go. Let it roll.
You don't know if it's going to end up costing more than that. And most likely it will. So just leave it up and let people know. Be very transparent about it. And I was like, oh, okay, that's what I'll do. And I'm glad that I did, by the way, because it's already surpassed that 25,000. I've already had to dig into the surplus of it. And
Damn.
Last check, I believe it was around $62,000 over it was the 25,000 requested, and it got to, I think, around $62,000, something like that. So it more than.
The way people talk about money sometimes is a bit scary to me. Not gonna lie, that shit's scary.
200% the request of what I was asking for. So with that experience in mind, it's like, well, hopefully it has the same kind of approach with the Stop Killing Games. When people see that it hit the number and they're still going to go through and do it, I think it's very important that we make it very clear to people right now that if you have not signed it yet, your signature still does really matter. So please consider doing that if you have not yet.
I think we have at least 600, 700,000 real signatures. Beyond that, I don't know. Maybe it's just 1 or 2 people who tried it, and this is nothing to worry about. Or maybe it's a sophisticated botnet spoofing hundreds of thousands of signatures. I have no clue.
It's definitely not.
In fact, I noticed
it's definitely not that, because the leap in signing aligned perfectly with Moist Critical and PewDiePie pushing it out there, and Elon Musk retweeting Asmongold, and Asmongold getting millions of views on his videos for it. So there are massive properties and people out there pushing this forward. So I don't think it's just a botnet randomly at the same time as them.
A few days ago, we were getting a good rise in the day, European time, but then it would fall off a lot at night because people were going to bed.
Yeah.
Now it seems like it's rising a lot through the night. So maybe most of this is an illusion.
That one, yeah.
We may not have won anything. I have to give credit where it's due. I was looking forward to reaching a safe margin and putting this behind me.
Okay, to be fair though, there's a lot of people in Europe that have like night shift and watch Asmongold or PewDiePie in the night shift. I would do the same with like Kirsche, absolutely, if I could, but I gotta sleep, man. She starts at 9 p.m. I gotta go to bed at 10. I can watch her for an hour if I end stream exactly at 9 p.m. Which I can't really do, you know? Well, most of the time anyway. But I would if I could.
But now I guess I have to keep this up until July 31st, because now there's no such thing as a safe margin. I have no idea what's real now.
Yeah, just stretch it till the end. Stretch it as long as you can. Get as many as you can. That's all you gotta do, and hope for the best. That's all you can do, honestly. Lawyers are expensive, I think. They are. Well, I mean, at least, you know, where it in like America. Fuck yeah.
So, for people who hate the initiative, you got me. This makes my life harder, and now I'm on the hook even longer. I will be so happy for this campaign to end. Actually, if you're really good at data analysis, I say try to look at those first couple days around June 24th and 25th, especially when Moist Critical dropped his video. I remember seeing about a 5% increase in signatures proportional to his views. So it might be safe to assume big YouTube views translate to 5% real signatures. Maybe you can figure out what a real margin needs to be. So yeah, that sucks. We'll just keep plodding away unless we can figure out what the safe numbers are.
No, don't even go for a safe number. Just get as many as you can. That's all you gotta do. Take as many as you can. Take till the last minute, till the last second. Milk us. Milk every single EU person you can. Just milk them.
Sorry, this isn't a big victory celebration.
No. This is perfectly
what I really
fine.
appreciate from Ross is that he you can tell he's not doing this to grow his brand. He's not doing this for attention. Sure, it's a great side effect.
Huh?
Hopefully it does.
Man. You know what I'm about.
Work out. But this is genuinely a passion. From day one when he started this, he took the reins from it. It was like,
Please do not milk people. Well, it depends. Some people want to get milked, right? Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
It does this, and I genuinely.
It doesn't work like with cows. That. Come on. You know what I mean. I'm obviously talking about something like figuratively. Like Kirsche. No, not like Kirsche. That's exactly not how. We're talking figuratively, not literally. She wants the semen. She is the lolly demon vampire, cum vampire demon thing. I don't even know how to say it.
I don't know if it's going to work, but I want to push it. And I can respect that. I genuinely can. He strikes me as a very authentic dude that's just very trustworthy. Like when he's talking, it's like, yeah, I believe him when he says stuff.
Just kind of suspenseful and tense instead, and will probably hurt morale of people signing. You know how in World War II, the Japanese had soldiers entrenched in a bunch of Pacific islands? Except some of them never got the memo when the war ended in 1945. So they just stayed there for years, assuming the war was still on.
Yikes.
That's kind of where I am right now mentally. At least it all
That's a great simile.
Damn.
ends in a month. Okay, another announcement. We've gotten reports that some countries, I think Italy and Belgium especially, where sometimes the digital ID system didn't work. In those cases, I'd say either use the manual method, which we have instructions for on stopkillinggames.com, or you could try coming back in a few days and see if it's working. Another news item, I've been told someone has launched a cryptocurrency based on Stop Killing Games. Dumbest timeline, guys.
That's not a crypto bro. That's a crypto hoe. Fuck him. No, for fuck's sake.
Clear, that had nothing to do with that. I have no clue.
Yeah.
Want that.
I hate crypto hoes. Yeah.
It's a scam. So, yeah, that's all there is to it.
I mean, to be fair, most, if not all, crypto is. So, buyer beware on that.
Something else to cover quick is I've heard a couple reports of people harassing Pirat software. I feel like this goes without saying, but if it doesn't, no. Of course we do not endorse harassing him.
Yeah, of course.
I said him.
Well, I mean, this is
the only things you can call him that are true are Nepo baby, arrogant, because he's not clinically proven to be a narcissist. Therefore, the narcissist would be technically wrong. So arrogant, and Nepo baby. That's what you can call him. Or retard. Yeah, retard is just the universal insult. So yeah, they're at a crypto low in their.
the problem. Of course, I don't endorse harassing him either.
Yeah. No, harassing is absolutely stupid.
I do not endorse harassing Alyssa either. I don't endorse harassing anyone. That's not what any of this is about. That's always my take with all of this. The problem you get with harassment is it's like, oh, I feel like I've been harassed. And it's a very personal, I'm harassed thing. It's like, no, you can't just say you feel harassed.
I feel harassed.
And I feel like that's the vibe. That's the imbalance.
I'm gonna threaten you with a gun now.
Oh, I feel like I'm harassed.
They are about to be eating only crypto water and crypto bread. The only one eating is the Tamagotchi pet they have.
So therefore, I'm harassed. It's like, no, that's not how this works. That's not, if the person's just being critical of you or they're talking about something stupid
I hope every single one of you knows what a Tamagotchi is. Goddamn. And live in their crypto homes.
You're not being harassed. You're not allowed to say that's harassing to you. It's not like a get out of jail free.
Is there a cardboard box crypto company? There we go.
You're not being harassed. You're not allowed to say that's harassing to you. It's not like a get out of jail free. When I see Pirate Software, most of the people, I mean, they're taking pot shots at him, but just so much as they're frustrated that he's trying to ruin the game industry by pushing corporate greed, by pushing a new version of Denuvo, or by pushing his sort of virus anti-piracy protection. And to me,
they're living in their crypto homes with their crypto gnomes. All right, that was
look at this and like,
too far.
You're on the internet. You're gonna have people that are gonna be throwing pot shots at you. You're gonna have people that are disagreeing with you. You're gonna have people that are angry at you.
I had haters before I had friends on the internet. No, I'm kidding. I had haters before I had viewers. Not much better.
But welcome to the internet. I deal with it every day too. You don't hear me crying about it. It happens. It happens all the time. If you're going to be giving an opinion on the internet,
that's
prepare
fine.
for people to give an opinion back to you. Why is this such a hard concept for people?
My response video, I wished him no ill will, and I meant that. You know why? When people's lives are better, they tend to be less inclined to foment some sort of revenge. And I'm taking on enough heat already without adding to the pile. I mean, I'm getting some crazies heading my way, too.
I bet.
Though I can believe it's not as many.
Which, by the way, this is kind of what happens when a situation kind of blows up. You start getting
lucky. I wish I had haters.
Try to get personally involved with it because they need.
We're not talking about the Black Ops 2 point system, by the way. We're not talking about the orbital hater. Sorry.
Something to attach
Had to.
And it's people you've never even heard of in your life that are literal nobodies out there trying to become part of a story so that they have something to cling on to. So I definitely understand what he's talking about right now.
I also pointed out last time, whatever damage Thor did to the campaign has been neutralized. So whatever happens is not on him anymore. I'll also say, I don't know what the hell everyone is up to either. This is a lot bigger than me. I can barely keep up with the campaign, let alone him or all the supporters.
Right.
We do have.
I am crypto confused right now. You know how the when you kill people in Black Ops, you get points, or in general on Call of Duty, COD. And if you have enough points, you can use like the small explosive car, or get a drone that pings people on the map, or yeah. The hater was one of those rewards you could get. It was quite expensive. I think it was like a 2,200 or 1,900. That's around 19 kills, 19 normal kills. The kill streaks, yeah, the kill streaks. And hater was the orbital scanner that just, instead of just punctual scans every few seconds, it would just point out the people on the map real time instead. That's what the hater did. It was one of the most beloved streaks you could have, and if you got one, your team would love the fucking hell out of you, because you could just wallbang everything. It was fun. And I had teammates that usually got around 1 to 2 haters each round. So yeah, I had good teammates.
Suggesting bad action against others. Beyond that, I know very little and have even less control over what the rest of the internet is up to. I'm focused on the signatures. If Thor
Which, by the way, he's dealing with the same situation that I'm dealing with Alyssa, where she's claiming, "Oh, I'm getting harassed, and now you're sending people after me, and then you're some sort of."
By the way, someone at some point had an emblem that reads like this: "If the hater's up, you will be loved." Just on German, but you know. It was a wild time in Black Ops 2. Also, every single lobby had someone who was down bad and had like a not safe for work emblem. I only played Black Ops 1 and only campaign. I wasn't allowed to play the campaign because I barely could play the game. And I had to play the zombie mode in secret because I wasn't allowed to play it. But friends were like, "Come on, join us in zombies." And I was like, "All right, my mom's asleep. I can't scream."
Now you're sending people after me, and then you're some sort of leader of this harassment campaign, and everyone else is coming at me because of you. It's like, bitch, I don't even know what these people are doing or what they're saying to you. That ain't me. All right. Well, welcome to the internet. You do unhinged shit, people are gonna have.
Speaking from experience, you foxwoman lover. Yes. Yes. I am. Moomy love. Moomy love.
An equal reaction to the unhinged shit that you throw out there. That's really the best response I can give to that. And that's going to happen across the board, not limited just to Alyssa. It's going to happen to Pirate Software. It's going to happen to
you,
and
to me at some point,
and
maybe.
It's going to happen to all these
to
people.
everyone.
The same shit they throw out there, it's going to come back to them. And I'm sure Ethan has dealt with it himself. I'm sure it happens to Hassan all the time. It definitely happens to Asmongold. Literally anyone you put it out there, it's going to come back. There's always going to be a counter to everything.
Yeah.
I never bother each other again. That is just fine by me. I also don't hold them responsible for anything his fan base does. I'm not a fan of collective punishment. And on the flip side, Stop Killing Games is a populist movement. That's the very definition of messy. I can control that like I can control the weather. Oh, and speaking of barely keeping up.
You can control the weather? Can you please make it a little less hot around me? It's been hard the past few days, man. The past weeks, man. It's been so fucking hot. I've been melting every day. Rain, please. No, it rained today on my way to work and on my way back.
I've been having to play triage on emails and messages and prioritize the ones most critical for the campaign. So a lot of you are going to get a delayed response, but I should mostly catch up eventually.
Damn.
Okay, the final announcement. The UK government petition has cleared 100,000 signatures. And I suspect these signatures are more legit. Though you can keep on signing it too as a safety margin. More will not hurt anything. So what should we expect from this? I honestly have no idea. I would bet money on the EU initiative delivering something good if it passes. But the UK has been more about exhausting all options. I will say whatever happens cannot be worse than the old answer from the Department of Media, Culture, and
Sport. Why so bright?
Remember, we tried to launch this last year, and they gave us an answer that was so bad.
Oh my god!
By the petitions committee, and they told government to try again because this didn't answer the question.
My eyes!
Parliament was dissolved.
Bald! Bald! My eyes!
Answer copied and pasted into the new one.
There's no fucking way they've been playing like high school exam, not high school, elementary exams with this fucking text. There's no fucking way.
Just rearranged a little bit.
And oh, by the way,
there's no fucking way
happening with ChatGPT now.
Oh fuck! They don't even have to do it themselves. They can just of course they are. And that Yeah, and that. I hate this shit. Yeah.
Them just entering it in saying, say this differently, so that it seems like a different response when it's actually the same thing.
Part of me
Flashbanged.
suspects all action in the UK
Think fast, chocolates!
has been held up by one grumpy bureaucrat in the department.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now we can ignore that crap and head straight to
God fucking damn it, why?
A member of
Ah!
parliament could sneeze on the petition.
Yeah,
and
if
that
I
would
could
not be the
read.
worst answer. And
That
that's the
help?
one
Oh, thank you.
guaranteed thing we'll get out of this, which is answers.
The situation is not over. In fact, it's far from it. And this needs to continue getting as many signatures as possible before
Excuse
the
me.
end of the month is out. And the way it's going, I'm still feeling very confident about it. But nothing's over till it's over. So if you have not signed it yet, please consider doing so. And I will link it in the description below of this. And I'll leave that there.